Our other major story that we are following this afternoon, the federal sex trafficking trial of music mogul Sean Combs, and witness testimony started today.
Prosecutors wasted little time introducing the jury to the now well-known video of Combs' then-girlfriend being dragged and beaten.
Eyewitness News anchor Mike Marza leads our team coverage outside the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Mike.
Listen, David, so much happened today, and on the stand right now is a male escort named Daniel Phillip, who was allegedly paid to have sex with Sean Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, at the Gramercy Park Hotel. He is describing in salacious and sexual detail exactly those encounters, according to the prosecution. He is the second witness to take the stand today, but let's just set the scene for you, because this is quite the scene outside of the courthouse here at 500 Pearl Street. Reporters from all over the world lined up, maybe 40 or 50 cameras, even members of the public lined up as well to try to get a position to watch all of the proceedings either in person or in an overflow room inside. I mentioned just such a busy day. The jury was not seated until this morning, just before the opening statements. But as we mentioned, the most vivid and dramatic part of the day was that assault video from 2016 where Diddy was captured on video assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles is here. You were inside court today. I mentioned this video. So much has been playing out and so much lead up to today on the first day of this trial. Take us through what you observed inside.
Absolutely. This morning you could see a big sigh of relief on Sean Diddy Combs' face. When he came into the courtroom, he was smiling at his attorneys, he was smiling at his family, he gave hard hands to his family. That's something that he routinely does. But then, Mike, obviously, as you know, the gravity of this case is very serious, and everything got very serious, especially this afternoon when prosecutors showed the extended full version of that hotel video. Monday morning, the gravity of the moment appeared to be setting in for Sean Diddy Combs, the 55-year-old hanging on every word as his sex trafficking and racketeering trial begins.
Obviously, this is a huge deal, and so he's just ready to have his side told in open court.
Combs, who became a cultural icon by integrating luxury and glam into hip-hop, sporting the same look as last week. Slacks, a sweater over a white-collared shirt, just in a different color. His mother and children in court today, seated in the second row behind the defense table. In opening statements, federal prosecutors laying out their case to the jury, saying this case is not about a celebrity's private sexual desires, describing a drug-fueled world of violence, rage, and sexual abuse enabled by a trusted inner circle. Prosecutors telling the jury Combs paid $100,000 to bury the surveillance video of him beating Cassie at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles in 2016, thinking it was the only copy. The first witness, an LAPD officer working security at the Intercontinental Hotel, responding to a call for distress on the 6th floor in March 2016. Israel Flores testifying that he immediately recognized Combs in the hallway wearing a towel and colored socks. This surveillance video and a separate angle played in court this afternoon, and Flores telling the jury she was saying that she wanted to get her phone, her bag, she wanted to leave, and remembering Combs telling her, "You're not going to leave." And even though the headlines over the last 9 months have been dominated by the sex trafficking and racketeering case with Sean Combs, you have to keep in mind that he is an entertainment, a business mogul, and you see a lot of that in court today. This morning, he came in, he had 2 spiral notebooks, and he pulled out his pens during jury selection. And this afternoon, during testimony, he is seated. He is sitting back in his chair with his arms folded, his legs crossed, paying close attention to every word. Reporting live, back to you, Mike.
All right, Darla, thank you. Just interesting to see how it's all playing, not only out here, but inside the courtroom as well. Let's talk about inside the courtroom, because as I mentioned earlier, the jury was not seated until early this morning, and here we know now a lot more detail about who will be hearing this case. They include 8 men, 4 women from Manhattan, the Bronx, and Westchester, the age ranging from the 70s to 30s years old, a social worker, a lineman, and a massage therapist. So much more to get to. So we invite you to stay with Eyewitness News and ABC News as we continue to follow the latest. We are preparing a streaming special in a couple of hours at 6:30 where you can watch all the day's developments. By the way, if you want to follow along during the day, we do have a real-time running blog of all the activities that are playing out in court. And again, we expect to hear from one of the prosecution's star witnesses, Cassie Ventura, to take the stand at some point, whether it be this afternoon or sometime tomorrow, as we are now coming to the end of day 1 in the Diddy trial. David and Liz, will send it back to you.